Okay, today I'm going to be giving my 1929 Buick an oil change. Let's go. So I'll be doing this at my grandma's house, which is 7 minutes away, because the ground is flat there. And it's just easier. And I went ahead and wiped my camera lens because my lens is always greasy for obvious reasons. I work on cars and stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, we made it to my grandma's house on the lake. Let's go ahead and turn off the car. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. We'll see if it backfires. Okay, I guess no backfire. Okay, let's get started changing the oil. So on this 1929 Buick Standard 6, this is actually the oil filter right here. So I'm going to have to take that off and open it up. Okay, this time I made sure to take the drain plugs out of the oil drain pan. If you know, you know. Okay, let's take the oil drain plug off. This thing holds 7 quarts of oil. Since we're changing the oil, we might as well go ahead and check all of the other oil, like the oil in the transmission and the oil in the differential, and we'll grease up everything as well on the grease fittings. Okay, let's go ahead and loosen the oil cap. I've already loosened it a little with a wrench. Hopefully it's not a milky or silver color, because that would indicate that we have to redo the Babbitt bearings soon. Oh look, it looks pretty clean coming out of there right now. Okay, it looks decent. It's not glittery, which is good, considering I've driven this thing everywhere. I've driven it to Dallas, which was 135 miles. I drove it the week in Dallas, which who knows how many miles I put on it then. Then I drove it back from Dallas, which was 135 more miles. I've driven it to Palestine, Texas from Jacksonville, Texas, about 7 times. Round trip, probably be 40-something miles. I've driven it to Tyler, Texas, from Jacksonville several times, which is about 31 miles each time. I think I've driven it about 10 times there. Driven it to see my friend Daryl in Natchez, which is 18 minutes away. A handful of times. It's a good car. But there's that oil. You can see it's black. I've only given it about 3 oil changes since I got it. When you first get them, the guy said he had only driven it 61 miles. I'm sure he didn't change the oil himself in it. So anyway, when I first got it, I made it a point to change the oil more frequently at first. But you can see how good that oil looks. And I've had that in there a while. But oil to a car is like blood to a human. Okay, I've drained all the oil. Now I'm going to take off the oil filter and open it up. This will be the first time I've ever done this since I got this car. But let's go. Also, I had to go inside and take a break because my phone was too hot. It was moving. The camera would move slowly and stuff. Anyway, but now I'm back. Okay, let's take the oil filter off. Okay, I've loosened this line right here. This actually goes back over here and makes an L right there and goes in the side of the engine right there. Once it goes in there, it goes up. It goes through the overhead valve shaft, like the thing that runs down the middle. Then at the end of there, it drips down into a hole right there and then comes into there and goes to the front bearings right there. Okay, now I've loosened this line right here. This actually goes to the other side of the engine, and there's a little Y-shaped brass piece. One end of that actually goes to the oil pressure gauge on the dash. Okay, I got the oil filter off the car. I believe this thing just unscrews. Ow, it's hot. Okay, let me see if I can get it to there. Ow, 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 ow. It's been replaced before, so the guy must have changed the oil at one time. But there it is. Okay, I got on Amazon and I ordered 2 new oil filters. The same exact kind, the Pennzoil 45. They were $33 each. So anyway, I'll just use this one until the new ones come in on August 6th. Anyway, that shouldn't be too much longer, but let's go ahead and put this back together. Okay, I'm just going to roll with that old oil filter until August 6th when the new one comes in. But I've got it back on there. I put it back on in the reverse order. I took it back off in case y'all were wondering. Let's go ahead and put the oil cap on now that all the old oil is drained out. And we'll put 7 quarts of fresh oil in the car. Okay, let's go ahead and pour in the new oil. I have to get some zinc additive for the oil as well because of the tappets in there. It likes zinc. Anyway, I'm using diesel oil right here, 15W40. And there's going to be 7 quarts put in this engine. This is 1 gallon, which is equivalent to 4 quarts. So we'll need to use all of this, and we'll use all of that. Well, that's 4 quarts. So we'll leave 1 quart in there, and that will be equivalent to 7 quarts in the engine. Now, this is what this heavyweight oil looks like from the start. It is that color. This is brand new. I just opened it. This will be interesting without a funnel. Let's see how much of this we don't spill. Oh, okay, let's just pour it on the cap then. How about we? Now that's going to smoke when I start the car. Okay, I've put the new oil in here. I've spilled it everywhere too. Let's go ahead and check the dipstick. Let me wipe it off here first, and then we'll dip it back in there. And we'll see where it's at. Okay, I've wiped it off. You can't see it because my stupid camera won't focus. Okay, we're dipping it back in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is the oil right there at full. It's very clear. You can hardly see it. Okay, let's start the car and burn all this off of there. Okay, here we go. Any day now. Here we go. I need to adjust that carburetor. Burning off that oil because the manifolds become hot. Phew. Well, there it is. I guess I'll just let that burn off for a good minute. It is still burning that oil off. So I went ahead and checked the transmission and differential. The differential was a little bit low on oil, so I added about half a quart. Anyway, this is what I use in the transmission and differential. 600 weight axle and transmission oil. This would be equivalent to modern day SAE 250 gear oil. It's very clingy. Because the tolerances aren't the same in the differential and transmission as in modern cars, so the oil has to be thicker. Okay, I have checked all the fluids and topped them off in the Buick. I added water to the radiator. I ordered 2 new oil filters for that oil filter canister. They'll be here August 6th. Until then, I'll just use what's there now. I replaced the oil drain plug and the washer on there. I checked the differential fluid, topped it off, checked the transmission oil, and it was fine. What else did I do? I cleaned the carburetor with carburetor spray. Okay, let's now start the Buick and check all of the gauges. Here we go. step on the gas and check the oil pressure.